Okay guys, so once you have your list created and the embed code into the form on your website, we can go ahead and create our automation process. So to do that, we just come up to automation, and I've already created mine, so I won't show you from scratch how to do it, but I'll show you how it's done. So you'll come to this automation thing, and this is mine here. You'll hit create automation workflow, and then which list do you want to use? Select a list, and we've created our newsletter list there, so you can hit that. Now these grayed out ones you can't access unless you're subscribed to certain things. So these highlighted ones are what you can use. A welcome message, send a welcome email after subscriber joins your list. And educate subscribers, send a series of emails like a getting started guide or online course when subscribers join your list. A welcome series, send a series of onboarding emails when subscribers join your list, or custom mix and match triggers, segments and emails to create a custom workflow. I selected custom, and I'll go into mine now and show you how that happened. Just delete this first. Okay, so this is mine, and I'll go into this one. Okay, so my workflow is triggered when the following conditions are met. So the only condition is when people subscribe to the Dirt Road Hacker newsletter. So when that happens, when people subscribe to that, the following happens. Immediately after the workflow is triggered, so immediately upon them subscribing, the welcome email is sent. So welcome to the Dirt Road Hacker email. 7 days after that email is sent, the automation email number 2 is sent. And 7 days after that email is sent, the automation email number 3 is sent. So I've set those 3 emails up. If I wanted to add more, I would hit add email and go through the process again. For you to set that up, those are my 3 there. As I said, you would create an automation workflow. You would select your list. You can choose one of these 3. I went into a custom one. Okay, you would name it, and this is internal use only, so people who are on your list won't see that. The from name people will see, the email people will see. Send activity digest email. We'll send you an email every day with a report so you see how this workflow is performing. That's good to know. Use conversations to manage replies. I won't hit personalize the to field. So with this code in here, every time an automated email is sent out, it will salute it to the person's first name, however they input it into the sign up form. So this tracks opens, people who open the email, tracks clicks, what links in the email were clicked, tracked plain text links, Google Analytics little link tracking I'll include, e-commerce I won't, clicktail I won't, and these are deselected. Auto convert video, there's no video, and authenticate the video. Authentication is sort of a license plate for your email, so I'll include that. Then you'd hit next, and this is the trigger area. So the workflow is triggered when subscribers join the list. You can add any here, but obviously that's probably what you want when your first welcome email is sent out. You want it to be sent out when the subscriber joins your list. I left when they're imported because I'm not importing anything. I left segmentation conditions. Send first email immediately to existing subscribers. I don't have existing subscribers, so I'll leave that. On what day should emails be sent? You can select whichever you want here. You can leave it all 7 days, or you can choose a day where you want it to be sent. And at what time should they be sent? You can send it at a particular time or only send it between particular times, or you would do as soon as possible. Then you'd hit next. Okay, now here's where you add the emails. So you'd add in an email here, automation email 1, and you'd come over and design the email. So name your email. Again, this is for internal use only. Email subject, you would type that in. That's what they'll see, the subject line of it. You want it to be a really catchy subject line because you want them to open the email. Tom Allen is the from. The email address is my email address, and Google Analytics title for email. So when you go into Google Analytics, this would be the subheading that you'd go into to track the email. So you'd hit next there. Okay, so these are the template emails. One column banded, that type of thing. Building on what Pat Flynn said about using just simple text, like you sending an email from a friend, I just used the simple text template. You can use any one that you want, obviously. You've got 3 tabs up here: content, design, and comments. And we'll start with the content there. They'll give us an exemplar here. I think it's best to delete the content in the example rather than just edit it. So when that loads up, these are the elements that you can include in the email. You can just include a text element, and then you can edit the text there. A box text. So designing your email, I would delete the heading here. I would delete the text here. The information here is pretty stock standard, so I'm going to leave that. So to put in a heading, you drag text across to here. And then to edit it, you would hit this pen. And that'll open up a box where we can edit it. It's taking a bit of time, so I'll just carry on. There we go. Okay, so you can highlight the text, change the style to heading 1 because it's a heading. Do you want Comic Sans? Do you want to Homer? The size, that type of thing. It's just a basic edit. You can change the color and that type of thing. So that's the content. The style, you can change the text color, the line height, and whether it should be justified to the left or to the right. Number of columns you can change, and then you would hit save and close, and that saves that in there. And then the body text in here, you would drag it across and do the same thing for the text of your body. Social follow icons, buttons, a video, a footer, images, image groups. These are all the elements that you just drag across and then amend them. Design, you can change the design of each one, of the page, of the header, the body, the footer, mobile styles, all of that. You can send a test email to your collaborators. So that's how you would do your email. So that's automation email 1. And I'll just go, no, sorry, I won't go into there. I just wanted to touch on the kind of the process. So at the moment, the workflow is triggered when people subscribe to the newsletter, and then 1 day after the workflow is triggered, the welcome email is sent out. To change the delay, you can wait however many days you'd like, or you can hit immediately, so that immediately after the workflow is triggered, which means immediately after they subscribe, they get the welcome email. Then you'd have to hit send there. Add an email, you just hit add email, do it again. It'll give you another this, so 1 day after you can change that delay. You probably don't want to send it immediately. You don't want to send them as soon as they get the welcome email, they get another email, but you can do it 7 days after. I have mine 7 days after. Once you have all of the emails that you want, then it's all done. Automation email 2, so it won't let me do it because I haven't actually amended anything on my email 2. So I'll just go through that process of adding in your second email, and you can add in your third email. It's a really good idea to have written the content for your at least 3 of your automation email series. So I wrote the content for my first 3 emails that I wanted people who joined me to use, to have. And then it was just a matter of copying it, pasting it into the email text. It was a lot easier. So if you have your content written for your emails in advance, that's really good. So we'll hit next. That's all done. And then you hit start workflow. And there we go. We're all loaded. So I'll come back here. I'll delete my test one because pause that. Pause all emails, and then I'll delete it. So that's how you set up an automated email workflow.